Well, I guess the obvious one here is, I mean, what does it kind of mean to you playing in this game every year, being a guy that's from the state and knows just how big the Egg Bowl rivalry is?
It's kind of like a high school rivalry. I feel like it's one of the biggest rivalries in college football. So being from Mississippi, the goal is don't lose because you want to have bragging rights for 365. So it's something you can take with you for the rest of your life. So I think I still count myself as 2-0 against Mississippi State. Like, yeah, we would have went to overtime Mississippi State my freshman year. We would have won. So I'm 2-0 against them. And I'm just trying to finish out 3-0.
Jonathan, just looking at the state's defense over the years, just what can you take from that going into this game?
The defense over the years, they're playing like a double cloud team, kind of like Arkansas used to be my sophomore year. So they just kind of team that like to keep everything in front of them. So we got to take what they give to us and just execute our plan.
I guess how long after the game did it take for a text to you or text out to Will Rogers, just about this game?
At the last week game.
Yeah.
I probably talked to him yesterday. I really didn't want to talk to nobody after the game Saturday, but we talked it up for a little bit. He'll probably call me later today.
Jonathan, with everything going on right now with the media and the reports about Auburn and things, is that a distraction at all for you guys whatsoever?
No, I think the media just blows stuff out of proportion sometimes. Nobody's been talking about it. It just people, you might see it on social media, but in the locker room, nobody's even thought about it. So it just mainly media. It's not in the locker room.
I asked JJ the same question, but you obviously kind of having a front row to this rivalry, over the course of your life and everything. With some of these newcomers, who have maybe heard about the Egg Bowl, but not exactly, experienced it up in the front row or even playing in it. Was there any further explanation, just really given to some of those guys that, maybe, this is a big game and it means a lot to the people of the state of Mississippi?
Yeah, I'll probably tell them, their record might not show it, but it's a good game. It doesn't matter the record of either team. When they come to plays, everybody can get their best. So I'll probably say it's going to be a real big game. They just got to watch and see how big the rivalry is. You can see the hate on the field. So they just got to watch the game and see how it plays out.
Well, I don't know how much film you've watched, but what kind of stands out about their secondary or defense as a whole to you?
I don't really to be honest, I don't really think any secondary is too good to me, but they got good playmakers. 13 is pretty good. That's really about it to me.
Has Coach Kiffin made any kind of statement to you or any of the players about his future?
No, sir.
Zero.
Nah, we just focus on this game. We take stuff 1 week at a time. This everything else outside, no, we don't even discuss that. We just worrying about Mississippi State this week.
You kind of touched upon that, that mindset of just, not being distracted and just, being all in on the next game. Just since you've arrived here at Ole Miss in 2019, do you feel like that's something that you've kind of learned personally to just, not look at outside and just, game by game and that game, next game only?
Yeah, you can't focus in the prison, you know what I'm saying? My mama always raised me just like the Bible say, just take it one day at a time. Don't worry about the prison, don't worry about the past, just worry about right now. So that's my mindset in everything I do in life. So just take it one day at a time and don't worry about the future or anything else.
Jonathan, could you just evaluate your senior season up to this point and whether or not you feel like where your expectations were coming into the year?
Me personally, I don't really care about expectations. At the end of the day, I just want to win. So whenever the ball gets in my hand, I just try to make a play. So I feel like I capitalized on all my opportunities. So I feel like I made an improvement over the last couple of years. So I feel like my season's been going pretty good. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to win. That's all.
So no school this week. Can kind of run us through what a day it looks like. You guys must be practicing later than normal. Is that correct?
Yeah, we got to sleep in a little bit longer. We didn't have too much time. We didn't have a normal Sunday off yesterday, so we was watching film and going through a little bit of meetings and practice. So they let us sleep in a little bit more today, and probably go get some more sleep, hang out with a couple of receivers, and just get ready for tomorrow. I appreciate y'all.